Good afternoon. Welcome to Jim Munley's World of Weather. Clicked on to long-range weather forecast discussion for September 1st to the 15th. And we're going to look at the period for September 1st to the 5th, which would be the start in meteorological autumn, which runs from September 1st through November 30th. And then we go into winter from there on. So we'll be going in meteorological autumn now. So this is a forecast we're looking at. A trough here over the northwest, a little bit of a trough here across on the northeast. You can see a little bit of a west-northwest flow here. And we have this broad ridge covering the southern states. Now, we'll go to the surface, and there'll be a trough that will cross the Great Lakes. Let me back it up a little bit. You can see this trough here a little bit crossing the Great Lakes and the northeast with a ridge across the central states. And then this will move out, and then that ridge will move eastward. Excuse me. Will move eastward, and this will bring some better conditions here after the east will get through that. Then I have another trough that'll approach the west coast. And then that will weaken as it moves into the northern Rockies. And then we'll have this feature will send several fronts down into the southern plains. You can see it here in the southeast. And this will cause some heavy rain across this area, possibly causing flash flooding. Now, there's other things going on. The tropics are starting to heat up a little bit. We have a persistent trough over the Western Gulf of Mexico, and that'll have to bear watching, because anytime you have a system like this, a trough over the warm waters this time of year, it could develop into a tropical system. And I want to emphasize could. I'm not saying that it will. But anytime you have a system there, it has to be watched. In addition, we can see the National Hurricane Center is watching this area disturbed weather over the Central Atlantic. And we'll take a look at that, the satellite picture. And here's our area that we're watching. And that has, we'll go back here, I think it's 20% chance. 0% chance in the next 48 hours and 40% chance over the next 7 days as it moves westward at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. But here's the system here. So now we're starting to get a little more action. The Pacific should quiet down. We're getting rid of the drier air. And now we're getting rising air across the Atlantic, and that could cause something there. Now, here's our area of disturbed weather that we're watching down here across the Western Gulf, and this has to bear watching over the next couple of days. So, in addition, this system here could bring some heavy rain across this area as we go through the period. You can see here, some of the models show it better than others, but there's a possibility of heavy rainfall. Okay, we're going to look at the period now for September 6th to the 10th. And we have a ridge that builds into the west here. Trough here above normal heights again. Maybe getting Greenland blocking going on around here. I don't know, but we have to see how that. And so the models go to agreement with this. So for this forecast period, I am calling for above normal temperatures here, and I'm calling for anomalies that could exceed 10 degrees above normal in some locations, basically across this area here. Below normal temperatures here, and for this region, the reason here is because of the rainfall. The reason here is because of the trough, and I'm calling for anomalies to be about 2 to 4 degrees below normal at least. For precipitation, calling for above normal precipitation here, and for this region, and the probability of occurrence is 35%. Below normal precipitation here, probability of occurrence is 35%. Now we're going to look at the period for September 11th to the 15th. And the pattern doesn't really change all very much. We still have this ridge here over the west, troughing here in the east, trough here across the northwest, still above normal heights across a large area of North America. And the one difference is, like, the model's in good agreement with this, but see how the GFS again is the odd dog here. Depicts a split flow. Here's our ridge. Here's the westerlies. Has an upper low here over the upper Mississippi Valley, but that's an outlier for now. So I'm going to call for this forecast period above normal temperatures here, and for this region, and anomalies could be near 10 degrees above normal mainly here, and below normal temperature forecast for this region here, with anomalies of 2 to 4 degrees below normal for precipitation. Calling for above normal precipitation here, and for this region, probability of occurrence is 35 to 40%. Now the model's starting to come down in this period. Still have persistent area below normal precipitation here, and the probability of occurrence is up to 40%. So that's the long range weather forecast discussion for September 1st to the 15th. Thanks for coming to Jim Munley's World of Weather, and have a good day.